Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to ZEN-TAROT. My name's Julie. We're going to do a mid-year check-in with you, kind of a mid-year recalibration, Gemini. I want to take a look at your energy, see what has happened this first half of the year and what's coming in for the last half of 2025. I hope you like this reading. If you do, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you need a personal reading from me, I am open for those, Gemini. I will leave my information in the description box below. All right, let's get going. Let's clear this energy. Let's see where your energy is at right now. Let's get an Osho Zen Tarot card for Gemini. Where's Gemini at mid-year? Man, this year has been crazy. It's been flying by. Oh, look, isolation. Three of Swords. Yes, typical of what I was just about to say. This year has felt like this. It's felt like we are all isolated, like we're all on our own little island here. Kind of this division around the world, but especially in the United States, just really shoving us in our corners here. So feeling very isolated, feeling very kind of out of place. And sad about the way things are going. Wow, Gemini, existence, look at this. Wow. Look at you going higher though, going deeper, going beyond the pettiness of man here, really going for the deeper answers, the wiser meanings. Yeah, going for the meanings of it. My desk is all weird, Gemini. We're remodeling and I'm doing a kind of a makeshift thing here, but I'm feeling out of whack, just like this year. I hope you guys are feeling a little less out of whack than I am. Let's get you an animal spirit guide for Up in the Ether. I want to see what kind of animal spirit guide is going to be walking with you the rest of 2025. What kind of animal spirit guide walking with Gemini the rest of 25? The bobcat spirit, life is a mystery, and the coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. Oh, I love this. I love these detours coming in. That's what it feels like you go down one path and then you get to almost the finish line and there's a detour sign. You got to take another route. You got to try another way. You got to bring something else in. Number 16, it converts to a 7. That universal sacred number 7 coming through, maybe ending out a 7-year cycle. 3 of those years being very upsetting these last couple of years. The bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. There's still some magic left in the world, Gemini. And here comes the bobcat to prove it. Number 8 coming through, the karmic number. Look at those eyes lighting up so green here. This is an opening up of your heart chakra coming through. So as you move through the months of 2025 toward the end of the year here, your heart's going to be opening up more. You're going to be expanding. You're going to finally move from grief to expansion with the heart space here and let some love in. Let the heart light turn on. On the bottom of the deck, the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Look at this. Number 19 converts to a 10, which is a number 1. Standing on your own here. So you move from isolation, from being very lonely to just being alone, to standing on this island, proud and tall of what you have created on this island, especially for what you've gone through. What you've gone through to get here is amazing. All right, let's take a look at the Light Seers Tarot deck. We're going to take a look at the heart, the mind, the heart, and the soul here, Gemini, for the last half of 2025. First, let's see where you're coming from in the mind space. What has 2025 brought to you the first 6 months? What has that brought into your focus here? What has it brought into your focus? What's come in for you to look at for these last months? Page of Swords, the higher learning, the higher education, the getting the deeper meanings again. This is all about getting the deeper meanings, understanding the lessons, maybe the karmic lessons with the number 8 up there. But Page of Swords is reading something and then comprehending it, not just reading it, not just skimming over the headlines or going by the flashes, right? The news feed flashes or the buzz feed flashes, but going deeper, reading the whole article, finding out the deeper truths here. That's been your quest moving through these months of 2025. What have you been learning? What has been the learning coming in for Gemini? What has been the higher learning for Gemini? The Devil comes out in reverse. Wow, letting go of toxic patterns, letting go of addictions here. Really, that's what made you isolated. You felt very, very much alone on your own island of things that you couldn't let go of, or you couldn't move away from, these addictions that got in your way. Addictions can be anything. They can be a thought pattern. They can be a substance. They can be a relationship. They can be so many things, anything. You know, we are human. We can go overboard on anything, right? We're very adaptable. We can addict ourselves to anything. So you are letting go of that, the need to have something in front of you or in your mind space or focused on. You're letting go of the idea that has to be, that you have to be focused on something here. Moving much more into letting things happen, to feeling your way, to opening yourself up to guidance, much, much more. Maybe you've gone on like a spiritual quest, or you've gone on the deeper meanings of the occult or something like this, and that's just opened up so many doors for you, and it really let go of these kind of toxic patterns to go back. Interesting, right underneath that isolation card too. So that is just, that's the truth, right? Doesn't that just look so fitting to have this Devil in reverse and this isolation, this Three of Swords, because that's what addictions do to us. They force us to be alone with our thoughts here, be alone with our fears, be alone with that addiction that you feel like you can't live without. There's this little speck there, okay. What is the resistance in the mind space moving into 25? What do you, into the last half of 25, what are you most fearful of coming in with letting go of this pattern? What are you so fearful of to let go of this pattern? The Nine of Pentacles comes in reverse. You know, it's making me think of kind of like a liquid courage thing. Well, my cards are in reverse here, but it's making me think of like a liquid courage thing that you're trying to let go of, whatever that is. Maybe it's an identity or a hat you've been wearing for a while, so it's become part of you. That's kind of the bad thing with fake it to make it. When you fake it too long, you forget what that core is. You forget what you were trying to hide in the first place here. So that's kind of coming to light for you. And you're becoming much, much more authentic, letting go of the things that are draining you. There's some things that are draining you financially. And I think that is a toxic pattern you keep falling back to. Some kind of fear that keeps sneaking in or keeps creeping up when it comes to your finances or comes to your money. There's a toxic pattern that just has to be looked at as we move toward the end of the year here, so that you can crush it and demolish it. It's like this iceberg in your life that you always hit. It's kind of like this Titanic with your dream full speed ahead. And then there's that iceberg, there's that detour. And you have worked so hard, you're not willing to take that detour. It's just like, no, I'm going to crash through it. This time I'm going to be able to burst through it. I'm going to break through that detour so I can go full steam ahead. And the point was to take the hard left, to change it up, to change the pattern, to change the way you're thinking about it, or change the way you're feeling about it. Because that is a drain. It's absolutely draining you. Trust in those divine detours. They're there for purpose. They're there to expand you, to grow you. It's the hardest times in our life that grow us the most, right? It's not the smooth sailing times that we learn so much from, unfortunately. But we forget to take joy in those smooth sailing times because we're so worried of that iceberg ahead. So yeah. When it comes up in your life, then take the detour, but don't continuously look for the ways you can plow through. Just plow through, get it done. Wow. All right, let's see what your advice is in the mind space for Gemini for the last half of 2025, Spirit. This recalibration, how does Gemini recalibrate this toxic pattern that drains you of your energy and your money here? Five of Wands, get out of the competition of it. Two of Wands, look at this moon, this very, very, you feeling like you're in the dark, or you feeling like you never get the answers, or everybody else seems to reach for the sun, reach for the light. They seem to get there while you're still studying how to do it, or you're still learning how to do it. again, it's that kind of fake it to make it, like act like you're a king and you will be a king. And it's tiring, it's exhausting. It's just time to move back into your true authentic light here, where you started from in the first place. There was something that got in the way, a dream maybe. Sometimes even our dreams and desires can be our worst nightmare, because we have it so much in the forefront of our mind, we won't allow anything else in. We won't allow those side trips in. Or it's like driving from California to New York, but doing the straight line, just going the straight and narrow there right directly to the other side of the country. And it's like, yeah, but what about all the little cities? What about all the little towns, the little nuances, the little experiences you're missing out on because you're so focused on getting to the destination here? You've been in planning mode for a while. The planning has actually gotten in your way. Look at the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands converting to a 10, the 2 5s, the 10, the standing on your own again. This is about you standing on your own, not standing on anyone else's shoulders, and not standing on the shoulders maybe of that substance or that programming that has served you well in the past. Nothing is serving anyone the same anymore. It's a brand new world, right? Everything has been shaken up. It's just like those roots that we have dug in, especially those that are older like me. You've dug in these roots. This is the way it is. This is how my life is going to be. And then bam, it's just everything gets changed up. Everything gets remodeled, right? I'm so used to this stage, and then I have to adapt and adjust, and the energy is different, and right? So it's just this constant adaptation that we've been doing that has made us exhausted. It's exhausted us. We've been in survival mode for far, far too long. So yeah, it's time to let go of those disappointments. There's another number 5 here. So this is all about change. Change your thoughts, change your life. What we think about comes about. So you have 555 here. I mean, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is the wheel of time. The wheel has changed. Everything is changed. Everything is changed. You have changed. So you can't keep holding on or having this anchor still balance you. That anchor is snapped off. It's not yours anymore. It's just swimming with the fishes now, Gemini. It's just a brand new boat. And you're adjusting. You're getting your sea legs. You're trying to adapt. So just let yourself be, let go of some of these fears that have been really holding you back in the mind space. You've been living up in the mind way too long here, as we all have, not just you, but we all feel like we're missing something. We all feel like if we could just go back to the beginning, maybe we could change things, or maybe we could do it differently, and it's just no going home. There's no going back. That box has been opened. So Pandora's box. Who opened that? I want it closed again. Let's take a look at the heart space. Where are you emotionally? Well, what have you come from in 2025? I see this higher learning in the mind space. What is that doing to the heart space throughout the first 6 months? 2 of Pentacles. You have been in decision mode for quite some time with the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, you've been trying to decide, trying to get all of the information in here. Never feeling quite ready enough or quite prepared enough. It's like planning to have a baby and then never being ready. Okay, when I have enough money, when I have the right job, when I have the right partner, and then bam, here you are pregnant. It's like, well, now I have to deal. Now I have to deal. So you've been in decision, you've been in planning mode, and now here it comes. Now here comes the event, or here comes the time, or here comes the baby, and it's just due time now. You just go time now. Tell me about this toxic pattern that Gemini's been falling into in the heart space. Page of Wands. Wow, look at this 10 of Swords coming through and the King of Pentacles coming through here. So you've been in your own little bubble. You've been in maybe meditation mode or learning mode or defensive mode for sure. Betrayed. You're feeling betrayed by the information that was coming in with the Page of Swords up there in the mind space. You're feeling a little bit betrayed by that, or you're not going to believe anything ever again kind of thing, because something got you, something looped you in, it kind of included you in something that you really didn't want to be involved in. It strained your finances, it strained your energy. It was way more competitive than you thought it was going to be. It seemed like an easy thing to do. Maybe it's a YouTube channel, right? It is not easy, or whatever it is you're doing, nothing is ever as easy as it seems or as easy as other people are trying to make it look, right? They've been faking it to make it. Now they're there, they're up on stage, the spotlight is on, and now you got to be you. Now you got to impress by you here. So yeah, Gemini, these disappointments were all the detours. This was absolutely to grow you into being truly, truly, authentically you. Look how stable the King of Pentacles is sitting in your heart space here. You've got everything you need. Everything you need. You've gained all the wisdom you needed to gain regarding this. You've read every book about it. You've watched every YouTube video about it. You're ready to just dive in, jump in, because some of the information was misinformation. It was misguiding. It was people, I like to call them morons with conviction. They seem so convicted in what they're saying, right? It just seems like, wow, they must know what they're talking about. And come to find out, they know nothing. They're so busy talking, they haven't learned. So they're polished, and they seem like, oh my God, they have it all together, but they don't. They're just feeding you misinformation that they've picked up because they didn't do the learning that you have done here. So that's how we find the truths in our life here, is doing our own research. You dove into Gemini's database, your database here, to gather the information, because some of the things betrayed you. But look at you sitting pretty after you've been very, very defensive about the finances, kind of arguing for your own limitations of why you are where you are. And that has not served you well. That's just feeling like another excuse. It's feeling like a shallow excuse. It's kind of like being 60 years old and being a construction worker because that's what your dad made you do, right? It's just like, well, yeah, but you had, 40 years to change your stars there. And you just felt what? Guilt your whole life? Your dad's been passed away for how long, right? And it's just this role that somebody put you in, or you put yourself in. And then you're arguing of why you're there, why you can't leave. That's a big one for all of us. We stay in these crappy jobs, these crappy relationships, these things that we know we deserve better, but you just feel like, wow, change would be too hard. You've got 3 5s here, so this is all about change. So the last half of 2025, Gemini, you're walking into massive change, but you're doing it kind of resistantly. You're kicking and screaming, being dragged through the change here, and it's like, why not just change the way you're feeling about this? Change is inevitable. Change is the only constant. So if you can change the way you think about this, the way you're moving through this, because it's going to happen regardless. It's how we feel about it. It's how we react to it. So embrace this change. Embrace this change, because you've been living in the dark for many years. You've been living in grief and isolation and holding yourself back and afraid to love and afraid to expand. You're afraid to change. But here comes the change. It's just let yourself expand. Let yourself see what happens. And tell yourself, you can always jump back. You can always jump back. So give yourself that safety net. Let's see what's going on in the daily life and the soul and the foundational work here for Gemini for these last 6 months of 2025. Good God, but that's okay. It's a 9-year. It's all about endings. It's all about saying goodbye to the old patterns, the old ways. Good riddance, let them go. Don't grieve those things that dragged you down or that you had to overcome, right? You overcame them. That's the point. It's like shifting. Just shift the way you feel about that. So let's see what's coming in the daily. In the daily, next 6 months, last half, it's July now, mid-July. So let's see what's coming in for Gemini. I saw the Hierophant wanting to come out there. The Queen of Swords. We will take it. That is your card, Gemini. And strength. Look at this Leo energy. We're entering into August now. The Lionsgate portal opening up on 8/8. Look at the strength that this past cycle has brought to you. You are really transformed now. You're a metamorphosis of what you used to be, Gemini. You're just really becoming this boulder, this anchor for all of us to kind of anchor to. You see all sides. I really love that about Gemini energy. You've always had the devil on one shoulder and the angel on another. And you've always had the ability to understand all sides. You can really resonate with all sides because you jump to their perspective. You jump to their perception, really. It's about perception versus perspective with you. So that's beautiful, but you do tend to, we all do, get caught up in the worst case scenarios, or the end is near, or these fearful things that could be true, could not be true. You're going to debate it, you're going to find out, and it just really keeps you trapped in, I got to find this out though, because this is so important, this is so crucial. So don't get full steam ahead to the destination, to the answer, to the reasons of why, and then miss out on all the side streets, miss out on all the experiences and adventures that are meant for you to be along the way. It's meant for you to take that detour so you can experience that. Look at this though. Look at this royalty here. We've got the King of Pentacles in your heart space. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in your foundation here in the everyday with strength. That Leo energy right smack dab in the middle. This is a time of strength for you. It's a time of overcoming. It's a time of moving from survival mode to thrival mode. This is a time for you to expand your consciousness, expand the meaning of it, expand the purpose of it here, and take those detours happily. Happily take those detours. If a big fat stop sign comes up in your way, I want you to take a deep breath, look up to the gods and say, thank you. Thank you for stopping me from going somewhere that would have taken all of my time, all of my energy, was not my hill to die on. So thank you, Spirit. I will gladly go the other way. I will gladly move away from this person that has put this big red flag in my vision here to go to the green light, to go to the path of least resistance. That's what you're walking down these last few months into 2026 here, ending out 2025. You're taking the path of least resistance, what feels good to my heart, what is feeding my soul here. You're just moving from those pages up to the kings and the queen royalty here with so much strength. You're a metamorphosis of all. It's just a transformer of the energy here, Gemini. Wow, I'm getting in line behind you because you are moving mountains of energy right now. You are absolutely like Noah parting, Moses parting the Red Seas here. That's Gemini energy right now. It's just you're taking all the energy. Let's just use politics of the left and the right, and you're parting the way, you're parting the seas, creating this purple kind of party here to lead us out of the dark into the light. We've been in the dark ages for quite some time here, especially in the United States. So you just have this energy of merging it all together and using the strength to part the seas. Let's merge it. Let's bring it together. Let's create the biggest tidal wave the world has ever seen. We are so much stronger united than we will ever be divided and isolated. Don't let them isolate you. Don't let them make you feel like an alien among the human race here. Oh God, I love this. Right into some real money here. Not money, security, not being afraid that money is going to be ripped from your grasp here. Letting go of this fear once and for all that something's just going to be ripped from you. Just letting go of that fear. All is well. This detour was put here for purpose. And I'm going to take the detour. I'm going to take the long way home, right? Take the long way home, Gemini. You're taking the long way into 2026 here. I'm going to stop and smell the roses. I'm going to take all the detours and I'm going to make it a game. I'm going to make it a vacation here. At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. Good God, look at this heart's fulfillment coming to you. This is really, really transformation at its finest. There's the big, beautiful butterfly transforming in your heart space. That's where this is all happening, is in your heart space, because you are expanding yourself, opening yourself up to receive. It's time to receive, Gemini, and receive happily. You deserve this. You deserve the uptrend. You deserve the uptick. Take advantage of it. All right, Gemini, I'm sending you all my love and light. I hope these last months of 2025 just serve you well, that you're just skipping along right through to the next year, just bypassing all of this garbage, all of this gunk, all of this transformational energy that can really feel very, very heavy. So hang in there. I am with you. There are more of us than there are of them, wanting to get past this, wanting to get through this, not extinguish the dark, but bring our light through it, like Moses through the Red Seas here, Gemini. We can do it, but we got to do it together. All right, I'm sending you all my love and light, Gemini. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. Let's get the algorithm on YouTube going in a different direction other than fear. I'm with you. All right, I will definitely tune in with you soon.